What's up everyone, it's Vivi and welcome back. About the idea of Spyro appearing in Crash Nitro Fueled. Heck, I'd be surprised if it weren't the case even. I really do expect to see Spyro appear as a new character in Nitro Fueled. Why? Because Crash and Spyro were known for having crossovers before. Although not under Activision. Talking about the crossovers, I mean, there's still something about these two. As we always say, you can't have orange without purple, you can't have purple without orange. Currently, it seems like Spyro and Crash are about as equal when it comes to hype these days. These two still remain as iconic as they were back in the 90s. The Twitter account of Spyro, don't forget, even hinted at Crash Nitro Fueled. If you zoom in, there's Crash right there. I mean, Spyro even making references to Crash on Twitter and other posts. With that said, here's further evidence of the possibility of Spyro getting featured in Nitro Fueled. Someone by the name Gabriel Kelly over on ArtStation posted work they were assigned with to do a sketch, create concept art for a Spyro-themed finish line, hinting at a racer game. The bottom says concept art and module de ligne d'arrivée, which is French for finish line module. The artist doesn't outright mention either of the two, you know, Crash or Spyro related, but we can easily connect the dots here. Here's what the person had to say. Spyro Reignited Trilogy inspired sketches. I did a test a while ago for a concept artist position. I didn't get the job, but I made those sketches. The game was a racing game with a really similar aesthetic to the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. They asked me to do 4 concepts of a finish line inspired by that world. You might think, so what? This could be any racing game, or this could be like a Spyro racing game. Nah. We gotta dive deeper. It's obvious. Here's why. The person's location pinpoints at Quebec, Canada. Same exact location of Beenox, the one behind Crash Nitro Fueled. Beenox is a Quebec City-based developer. 2.5 hours from where I live, by car. I should go and say hi. This can't get any more obvious. Spyro was featured in Crash Nitro Kart, Game Boy Advanced version. Don't get confused. Looking at these images, these sketches, I believe the artist made one based off artisans, the other one being blowhard, bottom one beastmakers, and magic crafters. Honestly, I'm just expecting Spyro as a character, if anything at all, not a whole track. But seeing this, it's possible we could get an extra Spyro-themed track one day, due to Spyro's recent popularity, which I'll dive into later. You'll understand why. I'm not saying this 100% confirms it. The person didn't even get the job. But the fact that Beenox, surely it's them, located in Quebec City, right? Told the person, hey, draw us a Spyro-themed finish line. Ultimately, this was Beenox's way of testing the artist's comprehension to the task, to see how he gets engaged with the project, to see if he'd make a great employee, to see if he has it in him. But unfortunately, he didn't get the job. Spyro could have just been a fun idea, after all. Easy inspirational idea on their part. If this guy, I mean, were given the position, I don't think he would have shared this on ArtStation. Anyways, Spyro's popularity these days is actually holding up with Crash's status. What I mean by this is, well, the global sales numbers. Be careful, it's an estimate, it's not a precise number. I'm talking about VG charts. The numbers are in. For the first 2 weeks for Spyro, you gotta consider that it went multi-platform from the get-go, but that doesn't really matter. Here's why. Xbox and PS4. No details on the Japanese release. It did get released in Japan if I'm not mistaken, looking at this on PS Store and Xbox. But the point is, total sales for Spyro. First 2 weeks, PS4 and Xbox combined, 1.5 million. I'll just show the tweet I made. Total sales for Crash in comparison, first 2 weeks, combined Xbox and PS4 was 1.45 million. Although Spyro went multi-platform from the get-go, looking at the PS4 number, it's very, very close to the Crash sales on PS4. So the argument of, but Spyro went multi-platform, therefore more sales, Spyro's lucky and all that, I mean, regardless. Spyro on PS4, the first 2 weeks, comparing it to the numbers of Crash, it's 90%, 10% less. What matters right now is these numbers. It's enough to convince Activision for future titles, of course. But in the long run, we can't always predict the future. Will the sales of Spyro reach the sales of Crash? Crash currently sits at 4.5 million global. Crash was out for like a year and a half now, also got released on Switch and all, PC. I mean, who knows? Just seeing the sales numbers for Spyro right now, it could be close to Crash in the end. I did make a video video talking about the sales charts, top 10s and all that. In that video I didn't have the global number. My prediction was, well, I thought Spyro wouldn't catch up to Crash, but still ultimately have enough sales to convince Activision for more games. But look what happened. The numbers are very, very close, which is absolutely great. So other than that, folks, I have nothing else to add. So this is it for the video. So as usual, do your stuff, questions or anything, leave everything in the comments section below. And yep, I've been Vivi and thank you for watching.